What's good, everybody? So I'm back, and today I'm gonna do my best on teaching y'all how to master your beats. This is not me saying that I'm the best at mixing and mastering. I'm still learning myself, but I feel like there's a lot I could show you how to do, especially if you're just starting out. Okay, so I'm gonna play the beat. I'm not gonna get into the details and the specifics of how I made the beat. I'm just gonna talk about how I mastered it. So let me turn on all the effects and then turn everything off here so I can add it one by one. You open FL, right? And you go here and it says new basic 808 with limiter. It automatically adds a limiter here. I usually just delete it. And what I add instead at the bottom of my chain is called a fruity soft clipper. So with a fruity soft clipper, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what everything does specifically. I'm gonna show you the settings I use. So turn the post to what I like, usually around 81% to 84. So turn by 84, and then I take my threshold. Now look, I found out recently, usually I used to put my threshold around negative 13 dB. Have this line somewhere along this wall, but I found out it was kind of making my beats a little quiet. So what you could do is take this thresh here and just kind of play with it here, more in this range, more in the -6 to -4 range, and kind of just see how you like it. So yeah, fruity soft clipper just makes the 808 stand out more and makes it punch harder, right? Now what you're gonna do, what I usually do next is EQ. I usually just throw on a regular 20 hertz plus 18 hertz cut. I usually take my lows from about 24 for Kobe to about 30. I'm really specific, I don't know why, but we just play with it. And it's better, just a pro tip, like it's better to take your frequencies from low to high. You feel me? Not low to high, but let's say I'm trying to clear out the lows, right? I'm gonna take it all the way back here and just increase it as I go and keep it at a spot that's good. I like that. And then do the same with the highs. So you want to keep your highs and kind of just want to take the harshness out of both sides so it's not as harsh. Make sure y'all can hear me. Yeah. So just make sure that's not as harsh, you feel me? So look, I'll take it about 15K range, 16K. But those highs, when they get harsh, you can really hear it. Like it starts piercing. The little frequencies that people think you can't hear and you cut them, it makes a big difference, which actually brings me to my next point. So it's not here in my chain, but you can always add another EQ and do some subtraction EQs, right? So minimizing EQs. So what is that? That's basically when you take the harsh frequencies and you decrease them to create space, because a lot of people want to boost volume to add, you know, what they're missing, but it's more when you take away what you don't need when it creates the space. If you get what I'm saying when I mean that. So I'm gonna kind of show you an example. So I'll go to a high frequency. So usually like right here on this area there's gonna be a harsh frequency, and I'll show you what I mean. Take the band and take it down to 0%. I don't know what that is called, but just take it down to 0% and then find that harsh spot. So let's listen. You hear that? Even though it's subtle, it's really harsh. I don't like that frequency for the hi-hat. So I'm gonna take this knob right here and just lower it down to my liking. That's a frequency I don't like, so I'm subtracting it, right? Another example real quick, I'll just take this 2 up. You can hear it. Really mudded in the 808, so I take that down just a little bit, not too much because it's not crazy, but so let's move on. One thing I did start doing to all my beats, you don't have to, like I said, take this all with a grain of salt. You know, I started adding a fruity wave shaper. I'm showing everything with stock plugins. Let me show y'all the wave shaper. So what that does has two sides of it. So here's the regular. I could boost it, right? Or I could lower it. Now I found that I like it at about 7 to 8 range because it boosts the 808 nice. My 808 sometimes is weak, so it's just nice boost that it gives it there. So real quick, I forgot to mention something. When you go to your Fruity Wave Shaper, make sure you go to the gear icon in the bottom right and just turn the center to 4 times. And then that way you can change the knobs also to how you want them to sound. So one little thing I do as well is I add a Fruity balance just to, you know, use my volume, make sure it's not clipping or anything. I showed y'all the Fruity soft clipper. That was one of the most important things, but this is the most important right here. Now, Maximus is basically, it does all the mastering for you. It's just the little things that you do inside of it and tweak it that makes it better. So I'm a type of producer, I play everything by ear, right? Everything. So I don't have no music theory in my body. What I do is, let's turn on the Maximus. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go up top to presets here. Hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger. You're gonna go to presets and you're gonna go to clear master RMS. Then you're gonna go to bands. And what I usually do is, since I like a lot of highs and not as much mids, you see it was here originally, I take the highs up in my bands. And I usually have just a balance of something like that, where the 808 and mids are kind of the same. Now, let me show you one thing you want to do. So first off, my master, I always take the ceiling down a little bit. It's about 1.2 to 1.5. And I take my threshold anywhere from 35 to 50 is what I do. And then I take my post up a little bit so I can make the beat a little bit louder. So let me play that for y'all, with and without. Now, this is where I'll tell you not to take my advice as much and more play with it yourself, because what I do is I take my low, mids, and highs and I take the post up to 0, right? Because clear RMS, it puts it on something. So I'll put it on 0 and then I'll just play it by ear because I usually know what levels I kind of like. So I'll take the mids down like -1 to 2 dB, anything like that. Just take it right there. And then I usually leave the lows kind of where they're at, maybe take them down just a little bit and boost the highs up. It's all a preference, bro. Right? But if you're 808, if you feel like an 808, like let's say you had it sounding like this, and you're like, damn, that 808 is too much. Just take the post down. Or you can just take the band down. And you can have how much amount of the band you want, right? So I can play it. So it's a lot of highs present. Now it's not a lot. Same thing for the 808. It's a lot present. Take it down. The mids is taking it over, right? So I kind of just show y'all how I have it usually finished product looking like that. After you play with it, it usually looks about that. Maybe sometimes if the 808's a little bit low, I'll take it up here and have the mids down. But play it by ear, bro. Play it how you feel it should sound. Don't try to be too traditional with it, because that's how you lose creativity, right? So other than that, I will tell you, everything you also see on here is like my automations, for example. So like to make it now, gain staging and all that plays a big part into it, and like leveling before you do your master. Yeah, mastering is kind of one of the hardest parts of making the beat, you know? You can have good sound selection, but making it sound good and leveled good is a whole different thing. You don't have to know music theory to be good at making beats. You also don't have to use anything but stock plugins. Everything I use here is stock. Now, I'll show you real quick. One last thing you could do to your beat is, I really love Ozone 11. I started using Ozone about 2 years ago. If you got the money, man, I would get it. It really does help with mastering. So I'll kind of show you. I added an Ozone 11 exciter on here. I used to fill in the gaps preset, as you can see. So, I mean, to me, it really just glues it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll play it with and without. Now, one last thing before I'm done talking about this, all right? When you're mastering, right? What the soft clipper does is it allows it to not clip, right? Obviously it's soft clipper. So clipping is when your beat is in this red range right here above 0. So you see how my beat's clipping right now? So to stop that, I could take down my post right here from 84, take it to like 82, and take my threshold a little bit up, and almost eliminated the clipping. So I mean, if I just take it up more, obviously, you know, it should be under 0. Just play with it, of course. So yeah, you don't want no red in there, bro. But as far as your master chain, I hope that this helped you a little bit. I don't know much, but I do know that if you play it by ear, you can make good music. Just gotta play it by ear. Listen to your favorite music, see what you like, and yeah, but appreciate y'all niggas, man. I'll be back with more tutorials. Just let me know what y'all wanna see. Love y'all.